those same tunnel systems that you think Harriet Tubman used, she never used them. Those same tunnel systems that you think that she used, they also, I could show you a map where white people trying to say Bigfoot live at. Same tunnel systems. You understand? You got to stop being such a child in the mind. Stop being so childlike in the mind. That's how you naive enough for white people to run game on. Stop it. And hell, I'm going to tell you what we about to have to do in a minute. If you want to survive, you're going to have to come together with the Hispanic people. And there's some Hispanic people that are illegal today. And you're going to have to start an underground railroad. You're going to have to do it. And it ain't going to be underground in no damn tunnels because you don't have no access to no tunnels. And you ain't digging no tunnels in the United States. It ain't happening. You understand? And who the hell dug these tunnels in the first place? White people? So you mean to tell me while white people was trying not to die from the Comanche Indians and the Apache Indians, they had time to dig tunnels deep underground for Harriet Tubman to use? Don't be such an idiot. Now, I do understand that there's volcanic tunnels here in America and all that and everything like that. But, you know, those are the same volcanic tunnels that they say that Bigfoot is in right now. And if Bigfoot was in those tunnels, if you child enough to believe in Bigfoot, then how in the hell did they survive in them tunnels with Bigfoot in there? Huh? Tell me that. Like, at the end of the day, you're going to have to start an underground railroad. And here's what it's going to look like. My house has a basement. I got a Hispanic family in my basement. I'm going to be in charge of leading them to the next checkpoint. It's called smuggling. Human trafficking isn't done in tunnels. Human trafficking is done right in your face with them big ass trucks when they got people in these cargo shipment encased in there with false bottoms and you know they hiding underneath the chickens and all of that. That's where you're gonna find them at. What you thought was a truck that was moving chicken, right underneath it is probably a foot or 2.5 feet where a human can live through travel and be smuggled to another point in America. That's how human traffic happens. And yes, she was human trafficking people to freedom from slavery. You understand? So there could probably come a time where, let's say, my house is a part of the Underground Railroad, and Kawhi pulls up to my house with a shipment of watermelons, right? And he's always been doing it because we're in the watermelon business. We start a business in watermelon, moving watermelons, whatever. Because everybody's used to seeing watermelons come to my property, they don't ever trip about it. It's just watermelons. Everybody buys their watermelons from me, and I get my watermelons from Kawhi. Well, at night, those watermelon that I'm getting from Kawhi, there's also humans inside of it that need to be freed. And those humans that need to be freed are now living in my basement. And I feed them with the same watermelon, chicken on my farm and all that, and I feed them. And then it's my job to go to the next spot along the path that takes them to freedom from oppression, from murder, from poverty. You know what I mean? And that's just pretty much what we're doing. That's what the Underground Railroad is. Cause now I gotta take this family of Hispanics from my house to Detroit. Now I gotta take them to Detroit. And in order for me to take them to Detroit, I got to hide them under the carriage where I transport my watermelons at. And I'm going to a place in Detroit where everybody knows that this is what they deal with. They deal with watermelons. So it doesn't look conspicuous. And so now when I pull up with this watermelons, I just leave the watermelon there and I give them enough food underneath that joint, wherever they hide in that, and enough water to just stay in there until nighttime. And then when nighttime comes, they get out. They go into Captain Hadar Yala's house, in his basement, and they stay there. And when the authorities come, I got enough good status amongst the people that, of course, I'm not a criminal. I'm not harboring fugitives from the government. I have watermelon, man. I'm checking. I got watermelon. They go to paper, my shipment papers, and all of that. And then they keep doing that. And then I might let these people out in Detroit. And then once they go from Detroit, they get on foot. Now they on foot and they got to make it to their next destination. You understand? Following the stars, but avoiding popular roads and traveling at night and camping during the day, crossing rivers until they get to the next spot. On their map, they see a farm that has telltale signs that this is a person who would house you along it's the next house along your journey to freedom. There's nothing underground about it. Nothing underground about it. It's on the surface of the ground. It's just hiding spots along a route of a sophisticated route of safe houses and checkpoints along your path to get to a destination. That's what the Underground Railroad is. And sometime in the future, Negroes, you probably gonna have to do that for the Mexicans. Probably gonna have to do that for people from Salvador, Guatemala, from Dominican Republic. You know, you just gonna probably have to do it with people from Mexico, Nicaragua. You probably have to do that. All the way from Peru, all the way up the land bridge from Panama. You might have to do it if you want your race to be preserved. And then you tell me if it's an Underground Railroad or not. So, yeah, that's about as underground as it's gonna get.